Listener discretion is advised.
So Diana Hahn had once dreamed of achieving fame and fortune as a model.
Didn't we all?
I literally never did. There's one dream I've never had.
But in 1996, when she was 36 years old, her fledgling modeling career had long since fizzled out because we all know that women cease being sexual objects at 32.
Well, right.
According to
Cease
society.
being seen.
Yeah. You're an old shoe at that point.
So she was working as a deli clerk at a Vaughn's supermarket in Oxnard, California, which, like, I don't know what it is about that name, but
Hate it.
hate.
I don't like it.
Hate the name of that town. And this was not far from the town where she had grown up. But she did not have to depend entirely on her grocery store paycheck to get by. She also had an annuity worth over $1 million, which was resulting from an injury she had sustained back in high school when she was a basketball player. And
Wow.
at first I was like, really? $1 million for your high school But then when I read about what the injury
bad it was.
it was actually
What
extremely
happened? Did she get to keep it?
Oh, no. God. Did you keep it?
So a backboard, like, basketball,
Yeah.
fell onto her head during a game.
No.
And she was in a coma for 3 months.
Holy shit.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, my Lord. Where did the $1 million come from?
I think, the backboard wasn't
Insurance.
secured properly. And so, yeah.
Oh, it's like an insurance claim?
Yeah, the school must have, either the school or
Probably
the
got
school's
sued.
insurer had to pay for it.
That's really intense.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, it might explain some of her choices
Oh.
later on because she had a severe head injury.
Oh.
Gotcha.
So this annuity paid her over $1,000 per month and was set to continue every month until she turned 65. So instead of getting a lump sum, she got $1,000 a month, basically for life.
And she called JG Wentworth 877 cash now. Got it.
Right. And like $1,000 a month.
Yeah. It's not nothing, but
It's not nothing.
It's
It's
not a
also-
livable wage.
It's not going to be a
livable
down
wage.
payment on a house,
Fact
like if
no.
you just want all that money to like invest in something.
Yeah, you're still going to have to work. It's a nice little extra.
It's a bonus.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I've lived off of less per year, but also I was like not a full adult yet and didn't have like dependents. So, at Vaughn's supermarket, she soon hit it off with Michael Daly, who was also 36, and her manager. And the two quickly realized that they had a lot in common.
Oh,
Including
a
he
romance.
Too had a backboard fall on his head in high school.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
No, I wish. If only.
I wish. God.
Well,
Ooh, okay.
so, for example, both of their mothers were originally from Japan, and both of their fathers were white and had served in the U.S. military. Michael, though, was married with 2 young sons, and that did not stop him and Diana from starting a little affair.
Got it.
Also, according to their coworkers, they were not shy about this affair, and they were pretty conspicuous. There was lots of like flirting at work.
It was just out there.
Yeah. To the point where in March of 1996, they vacationed together in Mexico.
Yeah, that's not
Come
discreet at all.
Which, like, I don't know how would you even begin to try to hide that from your spouse?
You're on a
Right.
work trip and it's
Yeah.
1996.
You work at a grocery store.
Okay, well that's
True.
out.
You come home with a fucking sunburn and be like, what the fuck? I don't know. I just don't understand people that can cheat like that and have
I don't either.
long-term affairs. I don't.
But to Lucy's
Get it.
point, it was probably easier to be conspicuous and like live, and we've talked about this so many times, live like a second life without the existence of social media and just like your
Cell
bros
phones,
keep your
internet.
secrets and
Right.
you know,
Right.
Yeah,
just
maybe he said he was
happens.
going on a boys' trip somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Who knows?
It's shady as all hell, but it's doable.
Yeah. I don't like it, but
No.
Yeah.
Do
I
not
could probably
like it.
get away with it if I wanted
Yeah.
to.
In 96. Yeah. So Michael had been with his wife, Sherry Renee Guess, her maiden name was Guess, since high school. As teenagers, Sherry was outgoing and active in Girl Scouts and the 4-H club.
Oh, gal.
Both active in the FFA. Not actually, but just 4-H, but you have to say it. And Michael was charming and well-liked. His classmates kind of racistly, because this was in the, 70s and 80s, called him Hawaiian Mike.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
He had no connection to Hawaii, but he was half Japanese. Anyway, so they were high school sweethearts and they got married very soon after graduation. But just a few years into the marriage, Michael grew restless. And so Diana Hahn was by no means his first extramarital affair. She was one in a very long list.
You're one in a million.
If you're going to get married that young, prime of your life, you're suddenly saddled with children, and then your husband feels entitled to go dick around with whoever he fucking wants to.
Yeah, any of the young folks listening, just wait until your real fuckable days are behind you.
There's no
Then
rush.
get married.
There's really no rush.
Go fuck everything.
Yeah, there's no rush.
Everything. Go. Sow your oats.
Fly free.
Take all the nudes and sow all the oats.
Lucy and I are being very hypocritical here, though, because you met Corey when you were like 20 and I was 21.
Yeah, but I did a lot of damage before I was before then. So I'm good.
I laid some pipe before I got married.
Same.
I laid some pipe.
Yeah. We were efficient.
Yeah.
We knew what we had when we had it.
Yeah, I've had a lot of breaks in my monogamy over the years to figure out where to put it and where to get it put.
Okay.
You just got to figure out what you like.
Yeah, just saying, go fucking
Dabble.
Go nuts. Yeah.
Dabble.
Fuck, literally fuck everyone and everything.
Fucking dabble.
Dab.
Dabble like there's no tomorrow.
Because there may not be a tomorrow. Go dabble.
Dabble.
Okay, so
I'm so sad. Okay, good. Go ahead. I'm so sad for her, for this person.
Yeah.
So an acquaintance of the couple would later recall of Michael and Sherry's marriage that it was, quote, marked by her fidelity and Michael's infidelity.
Great. That's super healthy. Love
Balanced. I like
that. Yeah.
it.
A balanced breakfast right there.
So in addition to his numerous, romantic affairs, Michael also frequently patronized sex workers and also developed a regular cocaine habit. So
Healthy.
not devoting all of his discretionary funds to his 2 children. Sherry, who stayed home with their 2 sons, also ran a daycare business. So she was just home with children all of the time.
God
And
bless her.
she remained devoted to her husband even as he began spending less and less time at home off getting his rocks off with sex workers and girlfriends and coke dealers.
Hopelessly devoted to you.
To douche.
I don't know why I am just full of the music today,
Yeah.
but I'm letting it flow.
Yeah, you have the
like
spirit in you.
I have the spirit in me.
So Michael and Diana, the coworker, soon decided that they were not content to continue their relationship as just a clandestine affair. They needed to get Michael out of his marriage.
Wow.
And so
okay.
rather than filing for divorce,
Yeah, there are so many ways to get out of a marriage.
like
Primarily
saying,
the way
I want out of this marriage. It's all you gotta say.
God.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Yeah. It's expensive, but it's not hard.
Right. And it might not even be that expensive.
Right. It doesn't necessarily have to be expensive if both sides are just amicable and
It's
just
not, yeah. It's
do
not
it.
like he was made of money either. He fucking was a manager at a grocery store. You know, So, Michael and Diana hatched an elaborate plot that involved Diana disguising herself as a police officer
Oh, this is going to be good.
and pretending to place Sherry, the wife, under arrest
Ugh.
because Sherry didn't know Diana. You know,
Oh my God. What could
wouldn't-
go wrong?
she
here?
wouldn't
This
recognize
is-
her.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad.
Presumably so that Sherry would allow herself to be handcuffed and placed into the back of a car without resisting,
Good
which
Lord.
is horrific.
That is,
Yeah.
yeah, this is
So,
fucked up.
Kidnapping. Cool. This is great.
Mhm. Literally kidnapping.
And it worked.
Great.
So on May 6th, 1996, Diana arrested Sherry in a Target parking lot, Target practice, and placed her in the back of a car that she had rented the day before. So not
Good
Diana's
Lord.
actual car. She rented the car. Then she drove Sherry to another location where she beat and stabbed her to death.
Oh my,
my
God.
What the fuck?
I told you it was really fucking sad.
Jesus.
It's that just went from fucking 0 to 1,000
Yeah.
so fast.
It's not even juicy yet. I thought
Well-
the juice would come first.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
And
Holy
Michael
shit.
wasn't even there.
Oh, that
Piece of
fucking
shit.
coward.
He was probably with a third woman.
I mean,
It was a cowardly thing. It was like he didn't want to get caught, so he let Diana do all the dirty work.
yep.
Very
Men.
dirty work.
Men are not worth it.
No.
So meanwhile, Michael reported his wife missing and played the part of a distressed husband. For a while,
Sure.
investigators seemed to buy it. But rather than fucking cool it in their pants for a few months and lay low to avoid suspicion, instead, Michael and Diana continued their affair even more brazenly.
Oh my God.
Who would suspect a thing?
So stupid. Everything about this is so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
5 days after Sherry's disappearance, Michael brought his jet ski into a repair shop with Diana by his side.
I hate
Ish.
him
Because any
so
grieving
much.
husband and father would take
Go
the
get
time
their jet ski repaired.
less than a week after his wife's disappearance.
Ugh.
Fuck off, dude. Fuck off.
I mean, jet skis are fun, but
Jet skis are super fun.
you should be
Yes.
planning a funeral.
This is not an anti-jet ski
No.
advertisement in any way, shape, or form.
I'm pro jet ski.
1,000% pro jet ski. I am
gotta-
anti this fucking guy, though.
you got to clip that thing to your life jacket, though, in case
Yeah.
you fall off.
Yeah,
Kills
the
motor.
rip cord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We
So-
do water sports.
Yeah. It's literally. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love jet skis because you don't have to physically do much.
Not much.
No.
You just sit. It's great.
We're athletes.
You don't even have to stand. It's
We
pretty
love
perfect.
Aquatic stuff.
Water start.
Sparks.
So anyway, also telltale fucking sign. He began to get rid of his wife's possessions while she was still missing. Like,
Curious.
I love a good clean out, but like,
Too soon, boss.
Yeah.
so soon investigators narrowed their focus to Michael and Diana. Before long, they had found witnesses who remembered seeing Diana purchase a blonde wig, fake police badge, and handcuffs that she used in the fake arrest.
It's
Wow.
a coincidence, I'm sure.
It's for socks.
Witnesses. Uncut jawline.
It's for Uncle John.
Uncle Joe.
Don't even get me started on Uncle John. Uncle Jim's.
I couldn't stop saying it the other day. I was his muse and Uncle Joe.
Uncut
I
jawline.
mean, I was just Safety's means and Uncle John.
For women.
For women.
Uncut Witnesses also placed her near a ravine where investigators would discover Sherry's remains on June 1st, 1996. So people literally saw Diana like near this fucking ravine.
Yeah. Sus.
Multiple witnesses.
Good
And-
Lord.
Sherry's blood was found inside the car that Diana had rented, and a local dry cleaner contacted police to report an anonymous phone call from a woman asking for advice about removing bloodstains from a car seat.
I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's just so dumb.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Like the stupidity of Michael and Diana is funny. What
Yeah.
happened to Sherry is not funny.
Oh, it's awful. Yeah, it's
Oh,
awful.
yeah.
It's
Right.
fucking awful.
Right.
Of course.
So Michael and Diana were both arrested and charged with Sherry's murder. I want to just add, and we will get to it, but like fucking Diana also bought all of this shit with checks,
Oh my God.
not cash. Checks.
Ooh, yeah, that backboard had something to do with this.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
This is so dumb.
This is so dumb. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Michael were the one making all these fucking dumbass moves.
Mm-hmm.
But Diana, you should have been smarter than that.
Lady Di.
So Diana's trial took place first, and it was decided that capital punishment was on the table if she was found guilty, because this was so fucking premeditated and gruesome. Her defense lawyers argued that she had been taken advantage of by Michael, who had manipulated her into committing the crime. And like, look, anytime you have more than one perpetrator of a crime, someone's getting manipulated.
Oh, and yeah.
But like,
and
you still have agency.
Still culpable.
You're still
And-
an adult person.
so it's also like someone's probably going to turn on the other to save their butt when it comes
Oh,
down
yeah.
to it.
You think?
I mean, if someone's about to sing like a goddamn canary, I could just fucking hear it. They're warming up.
but
they're
he's so
warming up.
loyal.
He's just so loyal. Some of the most incriminating evidence against Diana had to do not with the bloodstains that she had tried to
Good
get rid
God.
of, or the murder weapons, but with a green pen that police had found in her possession when she was arrested.
Pink pen.
And also, green is kind of a rare pen color, I think.
I got one right here.
It was
Yeah,
Ray. It was
you-
Ray.
You have a lot of
I have a
pens.
lot of pen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
So, a green pen had been used to sign the rental car agreement for the vehicle that was found to contain Sherry's blood. And checks written out in green pen had been used to pay for the wig and several other items purchased in the lead up to the murder, including also a pantsuit,
Ooh, never a good idea. Never a good call.
a camping axe.
Okay.
Stop writing
Okay.
checks. Jesus.
Yeah,
I know it
y'all-
was 96, but like, come on.
Their cash was more common in 96.
Yeah.
We
I feel like
had
now-
ATMs.
You probably were allowed to rent a car with cash in 96. It was a free-for-all.
It was the
Wild
90s.
West.
It was the fucking Wild West.
Yeah. Like, it's not
Straight
like
up.
it is today. So, multiple handwriting experts were called as witnesses and questioned about Diana's signature and whether it could be definitively matched to signatures on the rental car agreement and checks. And 2 FBI document examiners were also flown in from DC and called to the stand to examine the checks used to purchase the various items and compare them to handwriting samples that Diana had provided to the police. So, because I think one FBI examiner was brought in on behalf of the prosecution and the other on behalf of the defense, obviously they had conflicting analyses, but like, she fucking did it. So.
Yeah.
Of course she did.
Whatever. So they provided slightly conflicting analyses to the jury. One of the FBI examiners stated that although she found similar characteristics in Diana's handwriting and the handwriting on the checks, she was still, quote, less than positive that each check had been penned by Diana, which I think is like the loosest possible out. Instead of being like, definitely not her, she was like, I can't conclusively say yes.
So the
I'm
FBI,
not saying yes.
they have like a rubric where that's one of they can have like one of 5 like results, like conclusions.
Right.
And that's one of them.
So, however, another document examiner called to the stand by the prosecution stated that the signature on the writing sample that Diana had provided was definitely made by the same person who had signed the rental car agreement. Diana apparently had a unique signature, and unfortunately, I couldn't find the example of her signature online, but maybe somebody else can. I don't know. And this was characterized by being slightly illegible with an overly large D and a slanting middle initial J.
Okay.
The signature on the rental car agreement looked slightly different than usual, and there was some debate over whether this meant that someone had tried to forge her signature, which, like, who?
That didn't happen.
Right. That's not what happened, but
Right.
I see
Or-
why they're trying to. Yeah.
Or if Diana herself had made an attempt to disguise her own signature.
That's much more likely.
Even more bizarrely, these expert document examiners also weighed in on some typewritten documents. Although that's not that bizarre, but like the fact that the same experts weighed in on the typewritten ones, I thought was interesting.
I think they're all trained. That
Across.
2-year training course encompasses like all sorts of documents.
All the
Right.
things.
So like if you're using a typewriter and you like do 2 spaces after a period or whatever.
Yeah.
So in the aftermath of Sherry's murder, several press outlets had received an anonymous typewritten letter claiming responsibility for the murder, along with several others in the area. So somebody was trying to make it seem like Sherry's death was part of like a serial killer spree, which like also is really fucking dumb.
Right.
Yeah.
The letter claimed that law enforcement had been, quote, lazy and gullible when investigating the case, and that Sherry's murder was actually committed by, quote, British nationals,
Oh.
a small foreign faction.
Yeah. I love these.
British. God.
British nationals.
I don't think they knew what that meant.
You know, in high school swimming, I almost went to the British Nationals, but I just missed it. Just missed her.
Committed by some bloodthirsty tourists.
It's so fucking dumb.
It's so dumb.
People are so dumb.
I know. I love it personally.
So
Makes
police
our jobs easier.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
does. Limitless content.
very quickly seemed to suspect that Diana had typed the letters herself, and then they seized multiple typewriters from her home because she had like several typewriters.
Oh, wow. That sounds like Kenyan.
I wish I had multiple typewriters. Zach has a student right now who's writing a novel, and
On
all
a
I can-
typewriter.
that's all I can say about that, but on a typewriter, and it's really cute.
That's
my God.
adorable.
Why work that hard? It's so much easier to use a computer.
Well, it's cute.
It's cute.
So one of the FBI document examiners stated on the stand that, quote, I was able to determine that the same style and design of type was present in like the letters and the machines, but unable to say for certain that it is from the same typewriter. So it's consistent, but not definitively the same.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, testimony about the green ink used for the rental car agreement and the checks was technically inconclusive, but like, I don't fucking know. I think it's her damn green pen. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
A different FBI expert from the one who analyzed the typewritten letters stated that the ink was common and widely available to a number of people. So it's just like a regular ass green pen.
Mm-hmm.
So they couldn't be like, this pen was made in like the foothills of Bavaria.
In the fires of Mount Doom in
Right.
Mordor.
It was just like a regular ass pen that a lot of people might have.
So
Okay.
it's that makes the green pen a little more circumstantial, but still evidence.
Yeah,
The consistency of the use of that specific pen
I think.
across samples.
So despite the preponderance of handwriting related testimony, like the real most effective strategy of the prosecution seemed to be just all the other mountain of evidence against Diana.
Everything else.
And their portrayal of her as a woman out of her mind with jealousy who wanted Michael all to herself and was willing to do whatever it took to achieve this.
Because he's such a catch.
Yeah. But like, I don't fault the prosecution for doing that because they're trying them separately and they want to like nail a conviction
Oh, yeah.
of Diana. And so they have to, in her trial, focus on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how it works.
So on September 26th, 1997, a jury found Diana Hahn guilty of conspiracy, kidnapping, and murder. She was sentenced to life in prison without parole, so they did not give her the death penalty.
4 days before my 10th birthday, too. It just really
Wow.
ruined my party.
Wow. Oh, you're still recovering from that.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever will. That bitch.
The trauma is reflected in your handwriting.
Yeah.
I picked that up in my
Especially in the
analysis.
dong. Not the word, but the drawing of the dong.
The disconnected.
The
Dawn.
how the balls are not connected to
Yeah.
the base of the shaft.
That's
Yeah.
a sign of trauma.
It is.
Sure.
Some kind of trauma.
Michael Daly was tried separately and also potentially faced the death penalty if convicted. However, there was pretty much no forensic evidence tied to him, like tying him to the crime. And he had an alibi for the time of Sherry's kidnapping. He was at work. Everyone saw him at work because he's a fucking coward. And he planned
made
it
her
that
do
way.
it all.
The gal do his dirty work. Yeah.
Yep. So he had Diana literally buy all the gear and the murder weapon and the vehicle and literally
Use
like
her
commit the
checks.
crime. Yeah, exactly.
Her fucking checks. I can't with the checks. God.
He instead was charged with, quote, lying in wait and committing the crime for financial gain. So I'm
Okay.
assuming life insurance or whatever and like getting to keep the house and all that stuff instead of getting divorced. His defense attorney pointed to Diana's basketball injury settlement money as evidence that Michael had not plotted the murder to gain access to Sherry's life insurance settlement. So the defense was saying like, why would he need the life insurance when Diana, his
Makes
girlfriend,
$1,000 a month.
it makes $12,000 a year?
That's absurd. It's not about the money.
Yeah. Oh my God. Before taxes.
Wow. What a deal.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Shouldn't we all be so lucky as to be in a coma for 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the defense
actually, that'd be amazing.
literally tried to claim at trial
So
that
well
he
rested.
could have just left Sherry to be with Diana, who, quote, had enough money to support them both.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I mean, even in the 90s, that's a stretch.
Yeah. And he's got 2 kids. It's absurd. So his attorney also said to the jury of his client, quote, he is not a good person. But just because he frequents, and then they use this word prostitutes, just because he smoked rock cocaine,
Wow.
just because he did not treat his wife the way she ought to be treated, that does not make him a murderer.
That
mean,
makes
sure.
me a lawyer who's totally given up.
It's like the most classic defense.
It really is.
Like,
he's a
last
piece
legs.
of shit, but he didn't kill anybody. Let him go.
So the defense also just tried to like put everything on Diana, who had already been convicted, and make it seem like this was entirely cooked up by her and Michael didn't know about it and all this stuff. And so the defense saved his harshest words for Diana, claiming, quote, it was all her. This plan was designed, conceived, and carried out by this psycho, crazed, whacked out witch.
Wow.
Diana Hahn.
Whoa. Holy shit.
Whacked out witch.
Yeah.
I kind of
Put
like
that
though.
on my tombstone.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I sure hope you liked that clip. If you did like that clip, make sure you are subscribing to our YouTube channel, leaving us a nice review, and joining us on Patreon for even more video content, audio content, salacious content all around. Come join us. Treat yourself.